Alright, what's up, guys? We are back with Attack on Titan, Chapter 100, Declaration of War. I feel like this is rightly titled Declaration of War, especially after the events of last chapter. Finding out that apparently Eren is opposing King Fritz's ideology of this, just being a pacifist, basically. Um, it's just wild to me. I'm still in disbelief over that, but let's see what happens in this chapter, man. I've probably never been more excited for a Titan chapter as I am with this one because I feel like it's pretty much like um tradition for mangas whenever they reach that 100 mark chapter or 200, 300, 400. It always has to be this major monumental manga story shifting moment, right, in the storyline. So I'm fully anticipating that with this chapter. Maybe my expectations are too high, but let's see, man. um all right. Anyway, so if they go after me, will it be during my speech? While I can't be sure, that seems like the strongest possibility. This will be the only time the entire Marleyan military leadership will be gathered in a public place. As for when the officers will be moving, our security procedure calls for determining escape routes at the last possible moment. Many other important figures will be in carriages as well. Okay. So I like that they have. We don't know how they've somehow been tipped off about Aaron and his group being here already. But I like that they've already have a procedure and a plan in place against this because I mean we've said it last chapter that the fact that all these important figures from around the land are gathered in this one specific place seems like a bad idea. But they wouldn't know that because they didn't know that Aaron is here. But seemingly the Tiber family is aware of Aaron's presence beforehand. So I don't know. Let's see. Then seat the military leaders in the special section along the edge. Group them as close together as possible. Are you sure you want to do that? The Tiber family hasn't just sat around enjoying ourselves, at least not this generation. We've built relationships with influential people around the world to improve the social standing of Eldians. And we've tracked the movement on the island of Paradis. Of course, we should have been watching our own backyard by the time we noticed. Our enemies had crossed the ocean and were nearly to our necks. In fact, we could find our throats slashed at any moment now. Wow, okay. We must be careful of conspirators aligned with Paradis who hide in the shadows, but we still don't know who they may be. As you are aware, our motherland has far too many enemies, and the military is no exception. If you want to smoke your enemies out, then light a fire right under their asses. Except that the enemy has plans to attack and then use that knowledge to your greatest possible advantage. If you got a better idea, I'll hear it. If not, this is the plan. But even if we are luring the enemy in, the bait is simply too much. Just give them whatever useless officers you have. If the enemy's goal is to harm the Marleyan military, this is your chance. The party will approve whomever you choose to be a part of your new rebuilt military. But so many will die. Um, I think this also explains like okay, because last chapter ended off, obviously with the bombshell of, Aaron is this rebel or whatever. Um and on the surface level you feel like that's so strange, Aaron, opposing um he obviously he's not of royal blood, but because of the whole situation with Dina or Dana, I think it's Dina, right? Dina Fritz, that whole situation. He is privy to that power of the founding Titan, and thus, the ideology kind of has been passed down to him as well, or at least he is privy to that ideology of the king. Um, now I think it makes a little bit more sense of why the Tibers would see Aaron as this rebel of going against that ideology because Aaron is crossing is crossing the sea to Marley right now, and that is in direct opposition of what the king has always tried to do, even after his death, by keeping those who come after him on Paradise Island. So the sole fact that Aaron is crossing the sea is in direct opposition of what the king wanted. So now I think it makes a little bit more sense of why he's being called this rebel. I think that's the case, but anyway, let's keep going. Uh, Most of them will be Eldians. They are descendants of devils, right? Really, it's a little late, Commander Magath. Even you have thrown crowds of Eldians in front of enemy machine guns. That's true. Set them straight into minefields. Their lives are worth the same to you whether they are wearing uniforms or not, right? So you just need to keep doing what you've always done. Let me say one thing. This is not a war. We still don't know our enemies, their goals, or their method of attack. We will be surrounded there by massive crowds. Lord Tiber, I'm afraid I will not be able to protect you. If you go ahead with this, I believe you will die. You are too important to be bait. Yes, I'm ready for that. The world will not pay attention to me unless I stand there before them. We must have militaries, journalists, and diplomats from around the world. The most important thing of all is for the Eldians in this interment zone to become tragic victims, myself included. Interesting. Okay. The most important thing of all is for the Eldians in this interment zone to become tragic victims, and myself included. So is he hoping that because I believe he said that he's already been talking with like people from the other parts of the land, other countries and stuff like that, to kind of get them like swaying their opinions about Eldians, right? I believe that's what he was saying earlier. Um, so like I'm just curious, is this a move to kind of maybe help maybe sway the opinions of the Marlians here specifically about like, hey, look, the Eldians just died tragically, and and I mean the Marlians heads have to be a complete mess right now. Their whole everything they've believed about the devils on the island and stuff like that has just been flipped on its head, right? Um, so like I'm really curious if a bunch of these aliens do die in this zone. What will the Marlians feel in that situation, especially hearing everything they just heard about, the truth about the Eldians, and what's really behind those people. I wonder how the Marlians now with this information would react to that. Um, Anyway, victims of an unforeseen attack. The world will not take my side if I was the only one to escape. I'm certain that Eldians are the descendants of devils, and I'm certain that we too are devils. All right. Um, and we, the Tiber family, are no saviors of humanity. After the Great Titan War, we sided with Karl Fritz in exchange for our family's assured safety. Okay. We sold out the Eldians to Marley. And then, despite being Eldians, we enjoyed lives free from persecution, respected by the world. Wow. I learned these truths the day I became head of the Tiber family. They sent me reeling, as if the ground under me had begun to quake. And so I looked away from them. Because these truths meant that the Tiber family was nothing more than a bunch of petty thieves growing fat on unearned honor. Sir, what is it? Where are the warriors? Yeah, that has to be like, because I also wonder like how young was he when he got once he became the head of the family. Um, but yeah, just to learn all of that, man, the truth about the Tebers, um, selling out the Eldians to Marley, siding with Fritz, um, and then he like this is supposed to be this illustrious family, right? That kind of like is secluded from everyone else, right? Like they are like royalty almost, right? But then just to really find out, like he said it, that we're just thieves at the end of the day. I think that's really really cool. Um, it's about them, sir. The soldiers who went to get them have disappeared. Mobilize the reserves. Search for them. Yes, sir. So it's begun. Dang it, that hurt. I guess they put straw down here. We only broke a few bones thanks to that. Pretty nice of them. So what? What is this? It's a way to detain warriors. Marley has a number of these prepared. It's old-fashioned, but we can't turn into titans in a place this cramped. Plus, there's two of us. Yeah, we might even be crushed to death. There's a lot down here: wood, food. How considerate. But that lanky soldier, what is his plan? I don't know. It could be Marley. He could be acting alone, but that soldier, I've seen him somewhere. Also, you guys said that Pick, right? Her name is pronounced Pick. I feel like Piek or whatever. Like I don't know. It just sounds cooler, but I'll go with Pick, I guess. But whatever. Um, but I still like that she's still like she just can't get that out of her head that I've seen that soldier before. Um, anyway, I stand on this stage, parting with my false glory, because I understand the dangerous state our world is in now. Yes, this problem affects me, but not just me. It affects everyone living in this world. Please stand there and watch. This is my way of taking responsibility for sacrificing all of you. Carl Fritz used the power of the founding titan to give birth to massive titans. These were to act as both his shields and his spears. His three walls named after the three daughters of Ymir the founder, Wal Maria, Wal Rose, and Wal Sheena. These walls, both shield and spear, are made of what must be millions of Colossus Titans. The threat that Paradis poses to us. I'll show you guys this page really quick, my bad. Alright. The threat that Paradis poses to us is the threat of an earth-shaking attack by these Colossus Titans. As I explained earlier, only those of royal blood can use the power of the founding Titan. And now it also makes sense why Tiber thinks that, quote unquote, Eren has stolen this power, right? Um, they are constrained from using the Titan to attack due to the vow to renounce war. But according to reports from Reiner Braun, the armored Titan, someone has appeared who can activate the power of the founding Titan despite an unclear relation to the royal bloodline. That is the threat posed by Eren Yeager, who possesses the founding Titan. Oh, look at Falco. He's like, you tricked me. Dude, Eren, Eren is on the move, dude. He's getting ready. Also, I really, you guys might have to like remind me because I really like the fact that like I mean in this shot, we see Eren regenerating his leg, but it's almost as if like he's the one, it's not like on a timer, right? Like I feel like it normally is. Like it almost feels like he's in control of saying like when he needs, this body part to regenerate, right? It reminds me of Annie when she prioritized when she got both her eyes, when she was blinded against Levi's squad, and she prioritized all her healing to one eye to cut down the time in half. Um, so it almost kind of reminds me of that level of control over, the Titan body. I don't know if we've ever seen Aaron do that, have that kind of control with regeneration. You guys might have to remind me in the comments below if he has in fact done that before. But I find it really interesting that, um, now is the time for him to get his leg back. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, I don't know. It could be that it just took this long for his leg to come back, but I don't know. I feel like that's too much of a coincidence because it feels like the ball is rolling right now, so it feels like Aaron's like, okay, it's time to move, right? So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, after you encouraged me, I respected you, but this whole time, sorry, Falco, but you saved me. That letter. That letter I delivered for you, where did it go? You told me it was going to your family. The letter wasn't to my family, but it got to my friends. um, and also, this is Falco reacting to the fact that Aaron is a Titan, dude. Um, Friends. And Reiner's like, oh no, they're here too? In other words, Aaron Yeager could bring this living earthquake to our doors. Dude. Oh my god. Could you imagine if Aaron just drops the goddamn colossal titan just on top of this on top of this play, man? Oh my god. That's literally bringing an earthquake to their doors. Um, while we saw the rise of weapons more powerful than Titans in the last war, we will never see a weapon that can stop the advance of millions of Colossus Titans. If the walls walk even a single time, there will be nothing left we can do. Whoa, 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 whoa. So, I mean, obviously, yeah, that's the whole thing about the Titans ravaging the world is that's always been referring to the walls coming over and then just these Colossus Titans just running amok on the world. Okay, I did not know that. That's interesting. That's crazy, dude. Okay, I just thought it was just gonna be regular, like abnormals and whatever, 14 feet tall Titans just running around like that. But this, oh my god, this is insane. Millions of Colossus Titans just, let loose on the world. Um, so now, I mean, the question is, how in the world do you possibly bring over, um, yeah, how do you bring them over, right? I don't know. Anyway, um, so if the walls walk even a single time, there will be nothing left we can do. All that will remain for humanity will be to flee in terror at the rumble of the footsteps that signal our end. Um, these massive creatures would trample our cities, our societies. They would crush the flora and the fauna in every ecosystem. They would literally flatten our world. Jesus. You know what? They don't even. What am I saying? They don't even. Aaron doesn't even need to bring them on ships or anything like that. He just literally let them walk across the sea and go to Marley, dude. Oh my god, this is insane, dude. I can only imagine what it has to be like sitting in the audience, like hearing all this. It's just like one bombshell after another. I feel like you're just getting like slapped with one thing, slapped with another thing. Like it's just so much to process in like this short span that they've been, listening to all this. Like it's pretty insane. It will all be too late then. If we want to stop this threat, now is our only chance. That's right. This is the perfect chance. I don't really understand, but the founding titan that Marley wants so badly has crossed the ocean and is sitting right here. Right now, everything is riding on me and Captain Braun. He's right. Willie T-Bird is exactly right. I'm the bad guy. I might just destroy the world, but you looked like bad guys to me too. That day. When the wall was breached and Titans devastated my home, when my mother was eaten before my eyes. Ever since that day. Yeah. I totally don't blame I totally don't blame Aaron in this situation. Now the question is, will he actually do it? Will he actually let loose these Titans? Um why did that have to happen to innocent people? Why did so many have to be eaten alive? I didn't understand. So why, Reiner? Why was my mom eaten by a Titan that day? Well, because we breached the wall that day. Why did you breach the wall? My mission was to use the chaos to sneak inside the walls and to see what the king would do next. What was your goal? To retake the founder. Our goal was to save the world. Oh, to save the world, huh? If it was to save the world, well, I guess you didn't have a choice. I remember what you said. You said you would make it your mission to see us die the most excruciating deaths possible. That's why you're here, isn't it? Also, I feel like the Marlians, they couldn't have accounted or predicted, someone like Aaron coming along, with the attack Titan, and then eventually gaining the power of the founder. I don't think they could have accounted for that, but I still feel like the their goal of trying to save the world, of trying to get back the founder, is a pretty bad excuse because like I feel like everything was like fine. You know what I mean? Like, well, fine, not really fine, but like the vow was pretty much still retained, right? Like obviously the Titans were not ravaging the world. Like that ideology was still very much in place, right? Um, so I feel like the Marlians just made it worse by sending the warriors out there in the first place to take the wall. Um, yeah, I don't know. And like Ryder says, to see what the king would do next. Like I feel like I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if that's like a good goal. Like you guys shouldn't have done it in the first place. Honestly, this could have all been avoided. I feel like if we didn't. Um, yeah, but I mean, I also feel like Aaron would have found his way over there eventually at some point, right? Um, I don't know. That's tough to say. Um, I feel like I could really get into the rabbit hole with that, right? If the kids were not sent over in the first place, just how drastically would this story have been changed at that point? Um, yeah, I don't know. Obviously the Aaron's mom would still be here. I think, I mean, Aaron would still have his the whole situation with, taking his dad's eating his dad, right? That would have happened regardless, right? So I don't know. I still feel like Aaron probably he would have been compelled to go to the basement no matter what, regardless if the kids came and destroyed the wall, or not. I still think he would have been compelled to go to the basement. So just that fact alone, he would have made his way to the mainland anyway, right? But that's really interesting to think about. Like what, like that alternate reality would be cool to explore. Um, anyway, oh, did I say that? Well, let's forget about that. Huh? It's true. I did see everything on the other side of the sea as my enemy. Then I came here. I slept under my enemy's roofs, and I ate the same food as them. Reiner, I'm the same as you. Just how long has Aaron been here? Wow, okay. So he's exactly like Reiner, man, in that sense of just like, I wonder if Aaron's actually made friends too, like Reiner did. That's really cool. Um, sure there were people who pissed me off, but there are good people too. Oh, is that Falco? Oh, yeah. Over the sea, inside the walls, we are still the same. Yeah. And Reiner got to experience that firsthand, dude. But you were taught that everyone inside the walls was different from you. That we were demons. That inside those walls there were devils who threatened the Eldians who lived on the continent along with everyone else. Um, so yeah, what I'm trying to think is this just like Aaron putting himself like in that scene with Reiner and the other warrior candidates or whatever, or was he actually there in that moment just like keeping an eye on Reiner? Like, man, dude, I really do wonder how long he's been here. Um, you were still ignorant children, and all of that was beaten into you by ignorant adults. Yeah, it's definitely not Annie, Berthold, or Reiner's fault for having that perception of the Eldians inside the walls. It's not their fault at all for thinking the way that they did until they actually spent time with these people and got to know them. Then they realized the truth about the people inside the walls. You were just a child. What could you have done to fight that? Your environment, your history, right, Reiner? You've suffered, haven't you? I think now I understand that. Yep. I know I'm talking a lot this reaction. Um, but again, I absolutely adore just the fact that, like I'm trying to see if I can get this clear. Um, like obviously we know Reiner's development, right? And then just to see, I mean, Reiner brings it up in this conversation that like you wanted to see us die in the worst way possible, right? And I think Aaron was totally warranted that emotion, uh, when he with the knowledge that he had, available to him at the time. It was totally warranted in saying those kinds of things. The hate that he had for Reiner and Berthold and Annie. Um, but for this character to come to an understanding with Reiner, a character who basically kickstarted, like in a way, right, is kind of responsible for the death of his mom. Um, but has just kickstarted the um I don't know, just so much tragedy in his own life. But for Aaron to come to an understanding with this guy is like it showed like how like Aaron has grown, man. If that hasn't been prevalent yet, it's prevalent in this chapter now. How much this character has developed, over this time skip, dude. That's so cool, dude, honestly. Um that's a great, and look at Reiner. What? That's all wrong, Aaron. That day, that day when Marcel was eaten, Annie and Berthold wanted to abort the mission. They tried to turn back, but I convinced them not to. I made them keep going. Yes, I just wanted to survive, but also I wanted to be a hero. That's why I always acted like everyone's big brother too. I wanted people to respect me. Man. That wasn't just history or my environment, it was my fault. Your mother was eaten by a titan because of me. I can't stand this anymore. Just kill me, I beg you. I want you to or I want to vanish. Of course, this danger now facing our world can all be traced back to the existence of the Eldians. I would choose to have never been born if it was up to me. I've hated my blood, more than anyone else. I wish for the extinction of all Eldians. But okay, we got a little shot of Zeke while all this is happening. This is so weird. Like, what the hell is Zeke doing? Like, is he not like, is he not going to listen to this? Like, I don't know. Anyway, but I do not wish to die because I was born into this world. We may belong to different nations and races. There's people crying. Willie. But I ask any of you who do not wish to die to lend me your strength. Please, I want to ensure our future together. I want you to fight with me against the devils on Paradis. Stand up, Reiner. I get it now. Aaron. Aaron cut his hand? Aaron, Aaron's hand is bleeding. Oh my god, dude. I'm about to have a heart attack, dude. No, he didn't. Dude, if Ryan, oh my god. If Reiner and Aaron team up right now, if they both transform into Titans, I'm gonna throw up. I'm telling you guys right now, dude. There's no way that's gonna happen, right? There's just no way that they're gonna team up. Um, yeah. But okay, first of all, yeah, I mean, this is a declaration of war. I want you to fight with me against the devils on Paradis. But this isn't just Marley. This is the full brunt of this entire land that Willie is bringing together under, like, this is probably an exaggeration, but like under one banner basically, right? One banner whose sole purpose is to destroy the people on Paradis Island. That's a lot. That's a big force, right? And that you have to take into account. I don't know how in the world Paradis Island. Well, okay, I do know how Paradis Island's gonna combat that, and that's with the help of the million Colossus Titans, I guess, right? Um, Still, this is insane, dude. Oh boy, dude, Aaron with his hand cut. I feel like that's a clear message, right? Like Aaron's like join us, like right. That has to be it, right? Like he's saying, like you have to join us, right? Um, oh my god, dude. Uh, it is true we have problems that keep the militaries of the world from joining hands. But I believe we can band together in the face of this powerful enemy. I was right. I'm the same as you. We should be able to overcome anything if only we can work as one. As ambassador for the Marleyan government, I, Willie Tieber, I think we were born this way. Huh? I just keep moving forward. Wish for world peace. um, until my enemies are destroyed, and so I proclaim on this day. Wait, whoa, what's going on? Is Falco just like way too close to the transformation? Because that reaction that Reiner has is like freaking me out. And like I can't tell if like Reiner is crying. Well, yeah, he most definitely is crying, but oh my god, dude. I almost wish that Falco wasn't here, man. Like he's totally gonna throw a wrench into this, isn't he? Because I bet you if Falco wasn't here, I feel like Reiner would have no problem joining, Eren, right? But like maybe that's gonna like sway him a little bit. Like I don't know, man. Uh to the enemy forces on Paradis, this is a declaration of war. And Eren just jumped out, dude. But I'm so like, and also I think it's so funny that like Tiber like he's also perfect timing on Eren's part. Like it's just too perfect. Um, but it's just hilarious, dude. It's hilarious. He's like, this is a declaration of war, and then right above him is a fucking attack titan, dude. Or it's the person that he's declaring this war upon. Um, that's insane. Um, it's just this page right here is just like I don't know if that's supposed to be like the back of the where the stage is or something like that. Like I don't know what this explosion is. Or is that Eren like about to like that's the explosion coming from the transformation and then he comes out in this page. Yeah, I don't know what this part is. Like I'm trying to see but I don't know. Or maybe that's just a different building entirely. Maybe that's a building, somewhere else, right? A second transformation. Um, who knows, man? Or maybe it could be. I don't even know, man. I don't know. Look at T-Bird's reaction. Oh my god. Dude, did Eren just kill him? Eren just killed. No, he didn't. I think he just killed him. And look at the people's faces too. They're like, please tell me this is a part of the play, right? What? I cannot believe it. Just like that, Willie Tieber is done. Oh my god. Okay, let's keep going, man. Um, yeah, Tiber is absolutely destroyed. Oh my god. He absolutely decimated his body. But I mean, then again, Tiber was fully aware of the possibility of, you know, himself dying alongside, you know, a bunch of Eldians. So like, I don't know. At the same time, like, even though it is like it completely shocking, right, that Tiber just died, I feel like this does play in a kind of messed up way. This does kind of play into exactly what he wants. He wants to showcase the kind of like the savage kind of nature of the people on Paradise Island. He wants to showcase them as the villains. So like in a way, I feel like Aaron played right into that, right? Um, Almost like I feel like this will motivate the people of Marley, or the Eldians as well. It will motivate them that okay, uh, you know, it's war. It's about to be a war. Um, yeah, okay. I don't know. That's the other chapter. God damn it. Okay. Um, Jesus. Okay. Now, I'm really curious is because Willie is the Warhammer Titan, right? Um, so so now it's also like, what if Aaron if Aaron gets his powers as well? That's a wrap, dude. That's a wrap. Um, Incredible chapter, obviously. Let me start off by saying that incredible chapter. Um, I think just like we got so much information from, you know, the whole I guess Tiber's realization of what, you know, his family actually is. You know, they're just really, you know, petty thieves. So you know, we kind of got that. A little bit more clarification. I feel like much needed clarification as to, and it's not the fault of the last chapter because like the last chapter ended off on a really good point, but I feel like it was good clarification on okay why Aaron is, you know, this rebel. Um, and things like that, and just, you know, him, like why, what's the details of him going against this ideology and things like that of the king, right? um the ideology to renounce war, and you know the fact that Aaron is crossing the sea alone opposes that very ideology. um so that was really really cool. But the highlight of the chapter, I guess there was a multiple highlights, obviously, um, but uh, Tiber's death, obviously. Um, I guess I should. Okay, let me back up. I guess I shouldn't definitively say that Tiber is dead. Um, yeah, I don't know if I should say that. We'll wait until next chapter, but regardless, the way that happened, because I probably should have, but I did not anticipate Aaron being in the goddamn stage, and popping out from the stage. I just imagined him being like, you know, a couple blocks away at most, but being literally right under Tiber's nose, um, is insane. And obviously, by Tiber's reaction, he did not think of the possibility that Aaron could be this close as well, either. But I still think this is probably. I mean, he did kind of like anticipate, you know, his death, right, as something, as a sacrifice that would be needed, right. Kind of the whole conversation that he was having with Magath at the beginning of the chapter. um so I do feel like that, like, for better or for worse, I think Aaron probably played into what Tiber wanted, to kind of showcase, you know, that hey, these guys are in fact, you know, demons or whatever. They are, you know, coming here with the full intent to kill us all. It is time for us to retaliate and to fight, to fight back, and to save the world, right, and reclaim the founding titan and all that stuff. So I don't know if Aaron rushed into this or what. But I do feel like, Tiber maybe, obviously he would have liked to have kept his life, but I almost feel like, this might have been the outcome that he wanted, especially in front of all these people. This is probably what he wanted them to see in a way, right? Um, but I don't know. That's just a guess on my part. Um, so yeah, that obviously was a highlight, but the conversation between Aaron and Reiner to me was the like the meat of this chapter, or at least to me the part that resonated the most with me. Um, just Aaron's understanding of Reiner is like chills, dude. Like I think that is such a cool moment for those two characters. Um and it's almost like Aaron obviously knows that, like, in a way, right, that, and even Reiner kind of, confirms it himself that, hey, I'm basically the one responsible for your mother's death. But in a way, um I think what's really cool, it's almost as if, like, this is Aaron telling Reiner, like, it's okay. Like, I don't blame you. You know what I mean? Almost like that, right? Um, and I feel like that's something that Reiner needs to hear from Aaron, or needed to hear. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Um, Let me go back really quick. Um, so I thought that was a really really great moment for those two characters. Um, and then again, just Reiner breaking down again, with the whole part of just how taxing all of this, the years have been on this character's mind, and for him once again to want Aaron, begging Aaron to end it, um, to he wants to vanish in all this stuff, right? Um, and then him kind of saying, like, it wasn't just a mission for me, right? uh like, we could have very easily retreated. We had the opportunity to leave before we even reached the walls. Once Marcel was killed, we could have left. Annie and Berthold wanted to go back, but I kept them going. I told them we need to keep going, and it's for selfish reasons. He wants to be a hero, or seen as a hero. Um, I don't know if it's. I think it might be a little unfair that he wants to be seen as a hero, or to call it selfish, because at the end of the day, he was doing it for his family and stuff like that. Um, yeah, but I don't know, just to kind of get that the truth, right? Like, to dig even deeper into that character, that um he really did this, to be, acknowledged and recognized, from other people. Um, it's really really interesting. Um, and again, him finally, coming to Aaron, and just saying that it's all my fault. Like, you know what I mean? Um, it's not just about, um the history of the Eldians, and things like that, and the people that the things that these adults have been feeding into my mind. It's not just solely based off of that. It's something else that drove me to going to that wall. Um, I think it's really cool. Um, I guess the other major question is the handshake between Aaron and Reiner. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I almost want to throw this out there. I'm probably wrong, but because Aaron's form looks rather, it looks unchanged. Like he doesn't look transformed at all. Um, I mean, when I say that, I mean like he doesn't look because I was thinking, okay, what if the handshake was gonna be some sort of like combination between Aaron and Reiner like joining forms together or something ridiculous like that. Aaron indeed killing Reiner and doing something like that. That would have been insane. But I don't know, man. I just feel like the reactions in these two pages alone is so weird. So please tell me if I'm missing something, and I feel like such an idiot because I feel like I am on this. Um, because I don't I feel like there's a possibility that Reiner was killed in this almost. Um, but it's just so weird because like just how stone faced Aaron is in this shot, like Reiner screaming in this panel, and then you have Falco right next to the explosion. Like there's just so many things in my head about that one page that is like making me think that like 10 different things could have happened here. Um what I originally thought was that they both transformed, but we only saw the attack titan coming out of the stage. So that's leaving me, to wonder like where is Reiner? Because I was fully thinking that he was transforming as well. He was gonna join Aaron. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Then again, Reiner didn't cut his hand. He's not bleeding from anywhere, so a transformation from him I don't think would have made sense in that moment. But I don't know, man. It's so strange. Like Falco being there just throws everything off to me. Like, is he somehow like I don't know, man. Cause it's Reiner's reaction, dude. I'm telling you, it's like five different things in this page that really throws me off. Like Reiner's reaction to Falco, like I guess Falco just like stepping closer to the transformation, and Reiner's maybe like no, like get away. Um, like I guess that's what's going on there. Um, Yeah, I don't know. If there's something, I'm sorry, man. If there's something that I'm missing, tell me in the comments below. Um, I don't think I don't know, man. Again, we only see the Attack Titan, shoot from the stage. Yeah, I don't know, man. But then again, we do see like that that other side, or perhaps it's behind the stage. There's the next like the wall has kind of broken down on that side too. Um, Maybe that's all from Aaron. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not too sure. But man, because if something did happen to Reiner in that in that shot, man, I'm gonna I don't know, man. Because I don't know how rational it would be to kill this character in this point of time. But I mean, then again, like then again, I feel like this character has I don't know if I would call it full circle, but I feel like Reiner has reached like a peak for that character. Like now, he and Aaron have come to an understanding of one another. So like I guess it could be argued where do you take that character from there, right? Once he's kind of reached that, in my opinion, a defining moment for his character. I guess next is if he's not dead, which I don't think he is, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. Um, But I would think the next kind of, thing for this character is for him not to blame himself maybe for that day where he, broke through the wall or something. I don't know, man. I'm kind of rambling here, but I guess I'll end the video here. But great chapter. It was top to bottom, such an interesting chapter, loads of information. Um, Again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I missed something here, um, on this page. Again, like I said, it's just so much happening. Like just from Reiner's reaction to Falco just being right there. And then Aaron's such a badass face by Aaron there. Um, but yeah, I'm not too sure. The handshake, dude. The handshake. I'm really hoping that the handshake is just like a cementing of like a new kind of like relationship between those two characters, where they will help each other or something like that. I don't know. Um, if it's something else that I missed in this chapter, then yeah, tell me. But if it's something that I won't know until like a couple of chapters later, then don't spoil me. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, great chapter. Awesome. It deserved this really really long reaction. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys for chapter 101. RIP Willie Tieber. I guess, I don't know.